am Shaira Hakias, a BSBA student level 2. So for today's video, I'm going to discuss with you about the Antonio Morga'S Sucesos de las Islas Filipinas. So matatakal natin dito mamaya yung librong ginawa ni Antonio Morga, kung sino si Antonio Morga, kung sino si Dr. Jose Rizal, and what is the purpose of Dr. Jose Rizal Annotation. And we are going to compare din yung ginawa ni Antonio Morga tsaka ni Rizal. So, without further ado, let's get the video discussion started.
Morga'S Sucesos de las Islas. The Annotation of Morga'S is the book written by Antonio de Morga, and it is considered as one of the important works of the Spanish colonization of the Philippines. It is published in Mexico in the year of 1609. Definition of terms. Annotation. Annotation means is a note, added text to provide clarification or criticism about particular area of it. Sucesos. Sucesos means an incident or occurrence or events or happening. And Las Islas Filipinas means is the original name of the Philippines. And here are some important information about the annotation of Morga'S Sucesos de las Islas Filipinas. So, the book Sucesos de las Islas Filipinas is an account of Spanish observation about the Filipinos and the Philippines. So, the author of the book was Antonio de Morga, and Sucesos de las Islas Filipinas was the first book to tackle Philippine history. And the Sucesos de las Islas Filipinas describe the events inside and outside the country from 1493 to 1603, including the history of the Philippines. So, the book consists of 8 chapters. So, matatakal natin mamaya yan kung ano yung 8 chapters ng Sucesos de las Islas Filipinas. So, the book discussed the political, social, and economical aspects of colonizer and the colonized country. And the secondary source of the book was Rizal. Dr. Antonio de Morga. Dr. Antonio de Morga is the author of Sucesos de las Islas Filipinas. Dr. Morga is a doctorate in canon law and civil law, and Spanish conquistador, a government official and historical anthropologist. He is a first to write and also the first to publish a Philippine history. Dr. Morga is the first lay formal history of the Philippine conquest by Spain. What is the purpose of Dr. Antonio de Morga in writing Sucesos de las Islas Filipinas? So, the purpose of Dr. Antonio de Morga in writing Sucesos was so he could chronicle the deeds achieved by our Spaniards is the discover, conquest, and conversion of the Filipinas Islands, as well as various fortunes that they have from time to time in the great kingdom and among the pagan people surrounding the islands. So next, 8 chapters of Sucesos de las Islas Filipinas. So chapter 1 is all about Magellan and Legazpi's expedition, and chapter 2 to 7 is all about chronological report on the government administration under Governor General. And last, chapter 8 is all about Philippine Islands, the native there, their antiquity, custom, and government. The book Sucesos de las Islas Filipinas narrates the history of wars, intrigues, diplomacy, and evangelization of the Philippines in a somewhat disjointed way. Modern historians, including Rizal, have notes, bias, and would often distort facts or even rely on invention to fit his defense of the Spanish conquest. Rizal's annotation of Morga'S Sucesos de las Islas Filipinas. So, why Rizal's annotate Morga'S Sucesos de las Islas Filipinas? For that, kilalanin muna natin si Dr. Jose Rizal. Sino nga ba si Dr. Jose Rizal? Dr. Jose Rizal was the secondary source of the book Sucesos de las Islas Filipinas. So, Rizal is the national hero of the Philippines. So, alam naman na siguro natin lahat yan, di ba? Siguro wala namang taong nakatira dito sa Pilipinas na hindi kilala ang national hero natin. So, Rizal is the primary source of Noli Me Tangere and El Filibusterismo. Rizal's purpose in annotating Morga'S Sucesos. So first, Rizal wants to prove that Filipinos are civilized even before the coming of the Spaniards. So Rizal wants to tell to everyone that Filipinos are already civilized. Filipinos are in advanced stage of social. Second, Rizal's purpose is to awaken the unconscious Filipinos of their glorious ways in the past. So, Rizal's purpose is to gisingin yung mga walang kamalay-malay na Pilipino. So, third, Rizal wants to correct what has been distorted about the Philippines due to Spanish conquest. And then lastly, Rizal's intent was not only to provide the Filipino people their early history, a pre-Spanish history, but to present to them their own authentic culture and identity. And there are two categories in Rizal's annotation. First is the original is corrected by Rizal, the uncomplicated or straightforward historical annotations, and then second, historical foundation displays his anti-clericalism. The reasons of Rizal's annotations in Morga'S Sucesos de las Islas Filipinas. So first, Rizal's reason is Rizal felt that the book was more objective, may mas deep pang layunin yung book na ginawa ni Dr. Antonio de Morga. Second, Antonio Morga is a layman, not a religious chronicler. And then third, the original book was rare. And fourth, the annotation of Morga should made by an Indio, not a foreigner. So, dapat daw, ang annotation is gawa ng isang Indio, hindi ng isang foreigner or dayuhan kasi mas alam ng isang Indio ang mga nangyayari sa Pilipinas. So, and then lastly, Morga is not knowledgeable enough about the Filipino culture and tradition. That's why Rizal annotates Sucesos de las Islas Filipinas. Si Morga ay hindi ganun ka knowledgeable about sa Filipino culture and tradition. So that's why Rizal annotate his work kasi Rizal is more knowledgeable than Morga. Rizal is more knowledgeable than him about sa Filipino culture and traditions ng mga Pilipino. Para mas maintindihan pa natin kung ano yung part na nag-agree si Rizal at saka nag-disagree sa writing ni Dr. Antonio de Morga, let's compare Rizal and Morga'S writing in terms of location, climate, plants, culture and society, government, economy, food, and burial of dead rituals. So first, location. Sabi ni Antonio de Morga, the Philippines was uninhabitable, and according naman kay Rizal, is the Philippines was deserted and habitable. So, sa location is magkaiba sila ng pananaw. So, next, government. So, according kay Antonio de Morga, there are no kings or lord to rule. At sabi naman ni Rizal, there are no kings or lord to rule. So, pareho sila. So, Rizal agreed to this. So, next is Morga critiques the system of the government because there should be a leader. So, kay Rizal naman, Rizal believed that it's better to have a leader to rule the country to be effective nation. So, next, economy. So, Jose Rizal, not only cotton, also rice, and Indios seek mining as well. So, kay Antonio de Morga naman is they sell cotton in the islands, thus mining for gold. So, next, climate. So, kay Jose Rizal, according to him, climate is December to February, temperature was go down more than it does to August and September. Thus, with regards to the season, it resembles Spain as all the rest of the North Hemisphere. So, kay Antonio de Morga naman is summer is from October to May, and rainy days is from June to September. And winters and summer are opposite to Europe, and the rainy season in the Philippines is equivalent to winter in other countries, and the rest in summer. Ethnology, tradition. So next, cultures and society. So according kay Antonio de Morga, body tattoo draws pattern the first before putting black powder where the blood comes out. So kay Jose Rizal naman, same method daw as the Japanese. So next, indigenous people, tribes are not safe because of violence. So kay Rizal naman, they choose violence until the government involved because of inhuman ways of behavior. So next, culture and society, lifestyle and moral values. Men and women are money-loving and bathing in the river. So kay Rizal naman, India's proper way of hygiene is to bath in the river, and we find it in the world. Plants naman, according to Antonio de Morga, gingers are eaten raw as vinegar and pickles, and betel are abundant in the country. Kay Jose Rizal naman, betel is kasubha in Tagalog. In terms of foods naman is, according kay Antonio de Morga, eat salt fish which decompose and smells bad. So, kay Jose Rizal, sabi niya is, yung eat salt fish which decompose and smells bad is bagoong. At saka, kay Antonio de Morga, yung tinatawag niyang lawlaw ay kay Jose Rizal is dilis. Lastly, burial of deaths and rituals. So, according kay Antonio de Morga, they buried the dead inside the house. Kay Jose Rizal naman, it is more natural to remain love for the dead loved ones.
So I hope you learned something from me today's discussion. Thank you for listening and God bless.